now from my bedroom via Streamlabs on my phone. Pretty cool. I can't tell if anyone is watching just yet. Okay, I see we've got a little people ticker here. I haven't used Streamlabs in so long, and I realized I should get some music going while people join. Pardon me. Where's my little remote control? Please hold. Well, I guess not. That's okay. I swear, I had it this morning. I have this little remote control for my Chromecast thing that I always seem to misplace. Like, it doesn't matter what I do, it just goes missing. And I was gonna show you guys, I have this great strategy to keep it from going missing, but apparently it's not worked today. Unless it's in this drawer? Nope. That's alright. Whatever. Shallow there. Welcome, welcome. Let me make sure I can see the chat. Alright, we've got an alert box. That's fun. There we go. There's the chat. Okay, good. Hi. Hi, everyone. Yay. I'm glad I have friends who've joined me today. Well, welcome to this. Those of you that follow me on Instagram may know I have a bit of a series. When I saw the title, I thought you were quitting. No. I'm just putting things up onto my tail wall. That's why I added the parentheses, because I'm like, I'm not quitting. I'm just cleaning up my hoard, my mermaid doom pile. It's bad. So I think what I'm gonna do is toss all the tails onto the bed, all the irrelevant stuff, like a shirt I didn't wear, onto the floor. Yeah, playbook. This I'm gonna put in my memory box. Some random stuff from my memory box. Tail onto the bed. Irrelevant to the floor. Tail. This is a mermaid doom pile worth about 3 weeks of stuff. What is this? Oh, this is a workout shirt that I didn't wear. My friend had a spy themed birthday party and it was very fun, but it was kind of hard to dress for because I wanted to look cute, but I also wanted to look like a spy. But also I was a mermaid spy. So it was a tall order outfit wise. I can't even remember what I wore. Oh yeah, I wore kind of like a fishnet thing over something. Yeah, I wore my blue workout pants, but I put kind of this fishnet legging over top, so it looked, 1, kind of sexy, and 2, kind of fun. I thought about wearing these ones, these virtuoso kind of like biker pants, but I was like, we are going out into public that isn't like a mermaid parade, so perhaps not. Maybe I'll bring these for when I do a parade. I'm doing 2 parades this spring, which I'm very excited for. I did one in the summer, and it was delightful. It was my first parade ever, and I loved it. And I want to do it some more. So how is everyone doing? Feel free to let me know in the chat what you've got going on in your lives right now. I know it's been a bit since I've done a live stream, so I'd love to chit-chat with you all. Oh, that reminds me. I need to take my measurements, or at least maybe just double check what size these are. These are small. Okay, they fit me. Great. So, Shop Vancouver Mermaid is based in Canada, but like many other mermaid manufacturers, they use different printing companies to print their apparel. This one, which I'm not even going to gatekeep it, it's called Art of Wear, is based in Montreal, Canada, and they create great leggings. What? Nancy, what are you doing? My kitty's meowing. One sec. She normally doesn't meow. Nancy, did I lock you in? No. I'm over here, stupid cat. I thought for a second I'd locked her in the office, but no, she's just... Do you want attention? Or do you see a bug? If you see a bug, you should go get it. It's your job. We have like these random little moths, and it's really annoying. But yeah, she makes leggings that are made in Canada. Well, she designs them, and then they're printed and sewn and made and shipped to you from Canada. And I liked it a little bit more than the American-made leggings, which are these ones. They're a little bit softer. They're the same manufacturer that Finfolk uses, which I forget the name of. But whatever. But yeah, I think maybe it was called Printful. Probably not, but they make these ones that are very comfy. These are a lot comfier than the Canadian-made leggings, I will admit, but I like the Canadian-made leggings more. They're a little bit slipperier, a little bit more compression fit. They're fantastic for the water, so I'm actually going to reorder some, probably after I end the stream, of the Midnight Magic leggings, because these ones I had, they're from the American manufacturer, and I've had them, I think, for 3 or 4 years, and they're beaten to a pulp. Look at this poor bum. I wore them for, like, every single swimming lesson I taught in a rather chlorinated pool. So, yeah. And now I'm like, oh, I want to get a new Midnight Magic set. So I'm going to do that. Gonna get a new Midnight Magic set of leggings. So fine, here's another tail. Yeet. It's just that's a shirt. Let's see. I've been really busy lately, so I haven't been able to get on the live. Well, I'm glad you're joining. I created my own persona over the last year and a half. Got some work of him coming for Mermaid. Ooh, very good. Going to get my first Monofin this summer. Hey, that's awesome. Awesome, Yoshi Bros. I know you've been following for a while. That's excellent. So which Monofin are you going to get? Let me know. And speaking of mermaid leggings, these are Fin Funs. I honestly like them the least out of all my mermaid leggings. They've got this, like, really ugly crotch seam here. They're comfy, but they've lost their valor. And the scale print isn't that noticeable, so it's more just kind of like tacky Galaxy leggings, which, don't get me wrong, I do love tacky Galaxy leggings, but I hardly ever reach for these. I've been working to get a new tail from Fin Fun this summer. It's going to be their elite tail. Hey, that's awesome. That is like a tail that's been on my, I should probably get one of those list, but you see, I kind of don't want to get it out of spite because they said they'd send me one, but then they never did. But that's okay. That's okay. Got another, this is a Fin Fun tail, actually. This one is a retired design, so it's kind of rare. Ooh, ah. And I added in these little Velcro dots to keep the fluke closed. Gonna try and get a red jellyfish tail from Mer Taylor. Oh, very nice. My Mersona's name is Riku. He's a mermaid with several elemental magics. Very cool. Very cool. Okay, we're nearly, I don't know if you guys can see, but we've nearly got a blank space here. This, oh yeah, this I need to clean up. Good golly, I just threw a bunch of stuff everywhere in my thing, and it's time to say goodbye. Or it's time to reorganize that. Oh dear. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. I have these mermaid face gems, which I wore a couple weeks ago, and they have, like, disintegrated. It is time to say, maybe not goodbye to these, but to not have them be face gems anymore. I might try and just peel off the gems and add it to my little mermaid pile. But these are how many times I've worn these gems. I feel like it's been longer because I didn't like the idea of these being single use, so I'd reuse them over and over again. Do I have a pen? Whatever, that is a problem for later. But I wanted to see if any of my other little face gem baggy things were starting to fall apart, and if so, I'd transfer. Yes, this one is falling apart, so I will throw this one out and replace it. I do like this card. I might use this card for something. And replace that with this. So this one's still good to go. All right. Okay, Riku is a merman. All right, all right. Yeah, this one is also falling apart. I keep these little frames, though, again, so I can count how many times I've used them. I guess I could do it on the card, but I don't know. It's kind of fun. But these get so destroyed, these little cardboard holders. All right. Okay. So this will go in my do something with that later pile. And then I've also got these little tattoos that I keep in with my face scales. I still have a number left, so yeah, I don't use them a ton, just because honestly I forget I have them and they don't super match my persona, but when I do remember them, they're always a hit. People really like them. And they stay on a lot better than the face gems. Ah, that's a little baggy for one of the tattoos. I don't care. Gotta throw that out. Yeah. Oh, there's the face tattoo that needs a baggie. Then there's like some teeny tiny little ones right here. Okay, we'll put this back in your desecrated bag because I think that they were all stapled together and I ripped them apart. Okay, so I'll put these at the bottom. And then because sometimes these sticky gems lose their stickiness, I use, well, that's the spirit gum remover, but I use spirit gum to adhere them to my face and it works great. So yeah, I just picked this up at Spirit Halloween. I just every couple years I'll go and grab a new bottle. Nerdmaid, I don't know anyone that are mermaids. Oh, that's too bad. That you can relate to, like, on social media. Have you used social media to try and find if there's any pods in your area? I know that in, like, kind of remote locations it's kind of hard, but maybe if there was someone in, like, your state or province that you could, like, see if they're doing any gatherings, and then come down maybe once or twice a year and meet up. I know there's a few people in Mermaids of BC that do that. Get these ones. These ones are still in great shape. This one has seen better days. I really like these ones. These ones are pretty. These ones were a favorite of mine for a while. This one I didn't really wear a ton, but it's a nice neutral one if I don't use the red gems. The blue one, always a good bet. Very, it makes the eyes pop. Ooh, these ones might be on their last legs, even though apparently I've only worn it like 3.5 times, meaning I probably only wore half of them. This one's also kind of gross. I definitely wore this to MerMagicCon, and I glued it onto my face like all day. Like, I woke up, I glued them on my face, I went swimming, I showered, I kind of washed my face around the face strips, I redid my makeup for the bubble ball or whatever, and then I think I took them off before I went to bed, but I showered again. Then we've got another copy of these ones, and these ones. Very nice. Okay, and then some more spirit gum remover, because don't try and peel off your face gems with anything but spirit gum remover. Okay, but... Alright, that's what I need to do. This is my little bin of crowns. Actually, I think I have a crown I can go in here. Please hold. Actually, I found a number of things that are ready to be put away. That'll go on the table. I've got this crown, which I wore in the water, but I realize it's kind of starting to get destroyed a bit. Alright, put that in there, and then this is my fanny pack for lifeguarding that I also use for meetups, because I just have crap I need to carry, and I don't want to pull things in and out of my pockets, so I just abscond it. But then I need to put all my trach tubes, or not trach tubes. I forget what these are. I've never used them, but you like put it in someone's mouth and turn it to keep their airway open. Disgusting. Never used them before. Hope I never have to. I wasn't even really trained. Well, I was trained on how to use it, but I never actually practiced using these much. It just came with my fanny pack. Like, I know what they're for, but can't say I've ever really used them. And then I think a pen exploded in my bag once, so now there's like pen ink all over them, and I still keep them, because I'm like, I don't know what else I'm supposed to do with them. But I'll put my fanny pack in my bin of bags. Who else has bags of bags and bins of bags? That's me. Oh my gosh. Except I've added something new to this bin of bags, and now it's slightly too... What the heck is in here? Ugh. Okay, I gotta... Hold up. I gotta reorganize all this. Dear God. Alright. Jeez Louise. Ooh, this is pretty. I'm gonna put this on the top layer. Alright. Let's put all the flat ones on the bottom. This is a tote bag that Neverland Mermaids gave to me. They gave me so much swag, and then they went out of business, and I feel so bad. I'm like, I'm sorry, guys. And then there's like a cell phone pouch here. I don't think my husband and I have ever used it. Oh, that's why. My husband put some of his old fanny packs from work into this. Crazy thing is my husband, well, he's still a lifeguard, but he's gotten promoted, so he's not like just the idiot lifeguard. Now he's the king idiot lifeguard, which is very cool. Big boss man, moving up in the world. I'm still at school, doing group projects. How embarrassing. Alright, no, school's cool. Get yourself educated, kids. Alrighty. Because it will expand your worldview, make you a better worker, and oh, my lipstick. And in the long run, you'll be able to afford more mermaid tails. This has been a PSA. Alright. I've got, ooh, very crusty hair extension, which I can't put away yet because I have all my other hair extensions still drying. Just this is the one that I didn't dry, or I didn't use, so I didn't need to wash it or dry it. I'm just gonna clamp it on my my mirror. Do you guys see that? I remember you mentioning that you tried to get a fin fun elite tail. If there was one you could choose, what would it be? It would be their Aurora one, I think. It is like a... It's a nice... I think it's their Calypso style fluke or whatever it's called. It's very pretty. It's like kind of orangey purple with like galaxy looking spots on it, which obviously I love. And yeah, I've like low-key for the longest time. My bag for my fan. I forgot I had this, honestly. You know what? I'm going to put it in our costume accessories. I recently reorganized some of our closet and stuff, so now we have a proper costume bin for Bryson. It's mostly Bryson stuff, and then like my... Is that Bryson's backpack? Where did this come from? What is in it? I am curious now. I'm a nosy beach. Oh, this is his hockey cards. Right, he got this from his mother. So cute. Oh, also, stuffies. Look at this little hermit crab. I'm gonna put it on the bed. It's so cute. What was I saying? Costumes, things, yeah, and the occasional, like, my Ren Fairish stuff and my cosplayish stuff. Anything that's not mermaidy but costumey that I have. Not explicitly mermaidy, anyways. Okay. Speaking of mermaiding, got this nice little mermaid triangle bikini top that I briefly considered wearing to the meetup on Sunday and then didn't because it's too bright and happy. So I opted for my shell top to wear at the Siren Tail, which I realize I don't have the bag for to put away. Good going, Faith. The Calypso fluke looks really nice. Yeah, it's kind of my favorite. I like it. I think it's very me. I don't really do like the big massive flukes just because, I mean, I do, but for me, like, I think I like it because it really reminds me of my Silicone Tails fluke, and that feels very me. Although now I'm leaning more towards kind of the triangular, anglier ones, but I think the thing I like about flukes... Oh my gosh, I need to sneeze. No, I don't. Oh, that's frustrating. I think the thing that I prefer in flukes is just like a sleek shape. Like, I don't want like any extra fiddly bits. Not my favorite. So yeah, that fin fun one is just so nice, so sleek. And these shorts just fell from the heavens. These little swim bottoms I got. Look at them. Hi there. Hi, Mermaid Sapphire. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to the show of Faith putting away her mermaid doom pile. I've got my 2 H2O necklaces here. We'll put them back onto their hook thing. Oh, this goes in a bag, which I don't know if I have. Do I have the bag for that? No, because I don't have it. Because I think I put the gloves in that bag, so. Great. No. I should wear these next time I wear the Siren Tail. They're so cool. I'm definitely gonna wear it. I low-key forgot I had them. I like the webbed gloves, but they're not terribly practical. But the other webbed gloves that are made of fabric are a little bit better. Okay, I don't know where all of these random pins came from. Literally, I'm like, I found 3, and I'm like, I don't remember putting you anywhere. So, just gonna put that there. Oh, there's my Mermaids of BC pin. I left my house and went, I forgot to wear my little pod leader pin for the meetup. And Bryson's like, do you want to turn around? I was like, I don't know exactly where it is, so it's not worth turning around and looking for. And I'm like, that's fair. Okay, so this crowns go there, and then I have this for all of my goggles. Oh, I've got a little hair clippy. That'll go in the crowns and accessories. Oh, I forgot a bag. There's more stuff. Why is there so much stuff I need to put away? It's freaking I guess maybe this will be good for if I travel. This is like a little like shower caddy thing. I don't know why my husband has 2 of them. He's never lived in a dorm. He's only ever lived in non-shared housing. So I don't get it. Like, when you travel, you use a toiletry bag. You don't use a shower caddy. But, whatever. Put that back in the bag of bags. And then, you know, like, it might be good if, like, I go to a camp or something, but I don't know. Okay, this guy. Do I have everything? Yes, because I think I considered... No, I wore these bracers for an event I was doing, and then sort of put them away, but not really, because apparently I love to make a doom pile that I am confronted with every time I walk into my bedroom. Shallow, how are you? I am good. Good to see you, Peyton. I love the mermaid necklace that's hanging up. Which one? You mean the one that I'm hanging up, or one that is hanging up? One that will be hung up? This one isn't hung up. Oh, right, because I broke it. Yeah, I was impatient. It got tangled in my wig, and so I was like, ugh, and I yanked it, and then oh, this shouldn't take too much long. I think I could probably fix it right here, right now, because it's kind of like a keychain thing. I love the tops and tails of your whole collection. Thank you so much. So do I. I love all of my gear. Some of it I have a bit of a love-hate relationship with, but most of it, good times, good vibes. Okay, I'm just gonna let that dangle. Try and... This is a very small little hole. I might need to get my jewelry pliers for this, I'm not sure. Because something is blocking my access to another thing, probably because it's too big. Haha, there we go. Then snap this little, or maybe I just broke a jump ring. No, it's definitely, I'm able to do it this way. I'm just trying to hook a lobster clasp back onto part of it. Yeah, there we go. Necklace. It's just kind of like a key ring thing situation that I have to spin it around. I don't know how feasible this is. Maybe would be better with jewelry pliers. I'm not sure. But we shall try. I don't even know if I'm making progress. Anyways, I love everything, actually. That was a nice attitude to have. Love everything. Love everyone. Kiss all the fish. If they consent. Oh no! Am I spinning it the right way? I think I am. I think I'm spinning it the right way. Ooh, I just thought of someplace I can go this weekend. I've been, like, thinking, because I have 4 days off, and I really want to go frolic somewhere, and I think I just thought about where I want to frolic. Yay! I fixed it! Yay. I just remembered a lake that I've never spent enough time at that I really want to go to. And it'll probably be cold, but hopefully desolate and beautiful. And my friend wants to, like, paddleboard and kayak and stuff, so. Anywho's. This is a bag for a wig that I have, it's probably not dry. This is my little lid for my face gems thing. I've just covered it in, like, all these mermaid stickers. Let's do a little sticker tour. I never do this. This, I don't know. Maybe Neverland Mermaids. This is Finfolk. This is Mermaid Luna Lee. I love her. This is Goggles. I'm an ambassador for them, and I actually put my goggles in a different tin. This one. But there they are. This is me and my husband's little sticker that my friend who photographed our wedding made. This is my friend Fasala Siren. I'm so sorry if I pronounced it wrong. This is a cat who I love more than myself, Friendly Noodles. This was from, I think this is from the Sacramento Evangelist Costume Mansion. Have you ever made mermaid headpiece? No. This is Mermaid Echo, the sparkly one right there. This is Virtuoso's logo. This is Moonsong Magic's logo. This was like leftovers of a Redbubble sticker. This is the Botanical Fae, a company that I bought a necklace from This is just a random one. R.I.P. Sirens Cove Designs. I think I covered it because I have a sticker of them somewhere else. And then this, I think, was just another random Amazon sticker that my sister gave me. So, but yeah, fun. Because this used to be like a Christmas cookie tin, and I went, no, it will be mermaid. This one also, I think, is like a Purdy's Christmas tin. But it's, like, it doesn't scream mermaid, but it's kind of like bluish green. So, I just leave it. Okay. Put the lid back on this one. Kind of. It's super bent out of shape. Oh yeah, here's the other Sirens Cove designs. I don't hate you, Sirens Cove designs. I'm trying to think if there's any other ones. Shop Thank You for Mermaid, Shop Thank You for Mermaid, GoPro, yeah, the rest of these. Oh, this is a Goggles one. And then the rest are all just like random little ones. Okay. And boom. And if you got invited to make anything with a mermaid tail or topper maker, what would you go with and what would you make? Oh, make anything? Like make a tail or like make art in content? I don't know what you mean by make. Do you mean they make or I make? Because I can only make so much. I'm not very talented. Okay. Do I have everything from here? I believe so. Yeah, I got the wig caps and everything. So this is my wiggy with it. Wig bag of items. Yeah, this is just what I store all my wig supplies in. And then these are my wigs that I keep in here. And I have one more that I need to squish in. I'm nearly out of room in my little wig thing, so I may need to rethink that. I might just turn this whole thing into a wig thing, but I also have not one, but two. Oh, right, that's what the bobby pins are for. Or not the bobby pins, the pin pins. I use the pin pins. I know this looks ratty, but it's fine. The dreadlocks are to try and keep the style, like I twist them around themselves. The pin pins are to hold them in place. Oh, she's thinning. She is thinning. That's good, because I hate it when it's thick. But thin at the top is not good either. But yeah, the pins hold the wig in place so it doesn't fall off the wig head once you're pulling it around. And then I just kind of turn her hair into a scarf. Why is there lint in this? Dear God. I hate wigs so much, guys. I don't know if you know this about me, but wigs are my enemy. And then Bryce will be happy I'm putting her away. This is Gladys. She holds my main wig. Well, not my main wig, but one of my favorite wigs. This one's actually, it's kind of staying nicer than the Arda wig. It's a little crusty, but it's okay. Then it holds my Merbella's headdress, which is also getting a little bit crusty, which I'm sad about. Something about these types of gems, I really like them, but they tarnish, and I don't like that. Do you like reading manga books? No. Yes, and both. Oh, man. I mean, I'd love to swim in that finfolk tank. That would be cool. Yeah, I don't know. It's a very good question. It'd be cool to go to Germany, and kind of work with Magic Tail and swim in the, Toady Dive Center. I think that would be very cool. Alright, and then this is my little waist thing. My belly dancing scarf, which I put it over here. Kind of hang it over my, what should we call it, mirror. Fun little decoration. And then I put the fan on top, sort of. Like so. Little fun bit of, wow, cool. My fan is also low-key broken. There we go. Whimsy! Yay. It's fine. Actually, I kind of like it on either side. Frames the mirror nicely. Alright, so this can't be put away. This is a necklace that needs to be hung back up. For some reason it fell down. We'll just put you here. And this is hung up, it's just too long. And there we go. My mermaid sunglasses. I don't know why my hand sanitizer is in with my glasses. That can go back in there. Glasses. This random lanyard I'll put in with my to put away clothing pile. This is also to put away clothing pile. Goodness, I have a lot of clothes on the floor, but that's fine. Oh, more stuff. Okay, then I have some vinyl that needs to go back, and a monofin that needs to go back, and oh, a necklace I can put away. Do you like playing video games? When I have time, yes. But most of the time, I'd rather be on social media, either making or consuming content. I gamed a little bit in the last few years, but I don't think I've picked up a video game. Actually, no, that's not true. My husband and I play Overcooked sometimes, but... Oh, no, this goes on the important mermaid necklace. There we go. That's where this one goes. But yeah, I don't think I've picked up really a video game in, like, a year, I'd say. Okay. And I think that is all. There's this random piece of fabric. I don't know why this is here. You know, I'll make a little kind of repair pile. Repair and upcycle pile that's here. This goes in the bathroom because it is makeup. And yeah, this is gonna be, I need to give this to a friend. So I'll put that here. Clearly, I'm not cleaning up my dresser very well, but it looks a lot better than it did at the start of the stream. Okay. Welcome to Mermaid Doom Pile Part 2. Electric Boogaloo. So I'm just trying to see if I can find the remote control for the TV so I can play some tunes for you. But I do not see it, so that's okay. Oh good. There's more stuff that isn't tails that needs to be put away. Like some tops and some bottoms. Actually, I'm gonna... Ugh. Gross. I clean my... Oh, sorry, I thought you guys were still there. I clean my, my swim tops by hand, but some days they do need a good zhuzh in the washing machine. I think this is an example of it. I don't really know what this pink staining is. I think it's just kind of like soap scum or something. So this Shop Vancouver Mermaid one I might just toss in the laundry. Yeah, I don't wash my swimwear in the washer at all if I can help it, but I usually find every once in a while I have to give it a run through. This one I just did, and it's, yeah, it looks a little bit better. These are the two tops I wear mostly when I'm teaching swimming lessons, because the kids love them, and they're like my slightly older swim tops, and so I don't wear them, or I'm okay with them getting a little bit more damaged. I just realized, though, the pads of this one, I thought I had two. I only see one, so I might need to find the other one. I've got these bottoms. Ooh, they are not dry. Just kidding. Back to the drying rack you go. These ones are dry, though. These are my Invisibottoms, so I wear them under light-colored tails, so if my trousers show through, they are not the color of not skin, which is a little spooky when I'm walking around on the pool deck in just these. Then people think I am naked, but it's fine. Okay, in you go. And anything else? These are my husband's goggles. I don't know where he wants them. Back to the Doom pile you go. Oh yeah, this is a top that I need to put away, but I don't have the bag for it. I own a Vancouver Mermaid top. Mine is starfish, and I love it because it's comfy. Ooh, excellent. Do you have the pink starfish or the purple or a custom? I'd like to get the purple ones eventually, but I already kind of have one based on my, like, my silicone top, so I'm like, I don't know if I need it. Maybe if, like, one of my regular swim lesson ones crap out, then maybe I'll grab the starfish one. Okay, and then I've got, this is also Shop Vancouver Mermaid one, but this is a scale style. Can anyone guess what it is? Oh my goodness, it's like H2O. Speaking of my favorite fabric tails, someone left a comment. I don't have a favorite, but you'll find that there are ones that I wear a little bit more often than other ones. So, yeah. The orange one, I think. Oh, the orange starfish! I forgot about those ones. Very cool. I can see it peeking up behind you. What? What, my remote control? My remote control is very small and white and strapped to a yellow duck. Or chicken, depending on who you ask. Hey, I found the other pads that came out in the wash. It happens. All folks can relate. Alright. So we'll put this in here. And then I have what used to be a shoe storage thing on the inside of my closet door that I use for storing all my swimsuits. It's great because it's like organized completely vertically and I can see everything because it's all mesh pockets. The bad news is that it's getting pretty full. And I keep all my mermaid leggings in there too. But I don't know, I like it more than a drawer because I can see all of my options at once. And that's also why I have the tail wall. Speaking of, and this, I'll just... I know, I'm just putting things back on the doom pile, but I'm like, I just don't want to deal with them. I'm done with that area of the room. Yeah, God. I have so many tails I need to put away. But I think this is all of them for now, hopefully. The Star Sapphire tail from Shop Vancouver Mermaid. Oh yes, that one is... I haven't actually worn it in a bit, but it is here. Here she be. There she is. I love this one. I'm thinking of bringing her out this weekend, actually, for some swimming and content. We shall see. I don't know what's going on with my life, guys. It's kind of a hot mess this weekend. It's not, but I don't have a plan. And I don't like when I don't have a plan. Whereas last week, I had too much of a plan. And everything went according to plan, but it was not a good plan in the first place. So don't do what I do. Okay. You know what? I'll just put this away now. There we go. Lipstick is put away. No, this meant to be on that. And now I have 2 more things that I can also put away. Oh, God. Okay. All right. Oh, there's another tail on the ground. Oh, there's another 2 tails on the ground. Oh, I wish I had music. Where is my freaking remote control? I'm so upset. Is it behind the bed? Oh, there's my cat. Hi, Nancy. I didn't find my remote control, but I found my cat, which is a better deal. Ah, man. Wait, no. I turned on my TV somehow. Huh? Hold the phone. It must be somewhere. Because I turned on the TV. And then I set the remote down? Huh? Faith, what have you done? There it is! Ah! I found it. I found it. Okay. We shall make this viable with some tombs. You're like, every time I clean, I find more things. Oh, I know. I've just been not good about cleaning up my stuff. Well, the thing is that I dry things, and then I don't put them away. Alright, I've got an ocean lo-fi playlist going on. Right fresh from the homepage. YouTube knows me so well. So this will hopefully make it a little more bearable. I hope this is copyright free. It says music chill beats. Maybe I'll just turn it down a bit. Let's see, what does the description say? I don't know, but look who it is. You've been summoned by the lo-fi. She's been summoned by the lo-fi. Oh, sorry. Meow, 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 meow. Yes, you're so cute, Nancy. Hi. Yes, are we just having a chill little day? Whoosh, whoosh. Oh, she's so cute. I love her. Oh, she's purring. Look, listen to her purrs. Now I'm not gonna get anything done because of you. I'm not gonna get anything done. Yes. Say hi to everyone. Oh, look at how she nestles on me. She is a baby. Well, thanks for watching, guys. I'm just gonna lie here now with the cat. Ooh, okay. Never mind that. She has said no. Hey, you wanna see the hermit crab? No. Alright. Well, I guess I'll put my socks away. These are my... Oof. If I'm gonna go diving this weekend, I might need new socks. Oh well. Ocean gives off mermaid relaxing vibes. You like it? Good. If you guys hate the music, just let me know and I can change it. But these little divey socks I'll put in with kind of like my... I call it my human mermaid equipment, because it's like equipment that I need as a human to become a mermaid. Stuff like my dive mask, my snorkel, my swim socks, you know, kind of the really unglamorous mermaid stuff. I still keep in with my mermaid things, but just kind of in their own category that makes sense to me. Okay, what is this? Let's do this thing. Let's start on the far left, right, my right, your left. No, my right, your right, this left. Who knows? Stream's good to flip everything anyways. Alright, so these, so that I only have to explain it once. How I hang up my tails is I have pants hangers. These I get at the dollar store. I clip them upon the fluke most of the time. Sometimes it's the other part of the tail, but most of the time it's the fluke. And then I put it upon these little shower curtain rings so that it faces a flat way on this curtain rod, so that they face out instead of diagonally. And then I can slide them very easily. Some of my hangers, actually like this one, have the ability to turn a nice way, and I appreciate that. But not all of them do, so I just suffer. Alright, there we go. That is one. What goes next? I think we're gonna go... What is empty? Let's put the Asteria on this one and put it next to the Finfolk Discovery and the Shop Vancouver Mermaid, because it's kind of similar pastel, galaxy, purpley niceties. There we go. I'd recommend, if you are wanting to get into this practice, finding pants hangers that have not so pointy clips. Like, these ones have grippy bits on them, but they tend to pinch the tails. And it doesn't cause long-term damage, but it's not great. So the best you can probably do is ones with like rubber on them instead of like kind of plastic teeth almost. I mean, probably the best you could do is like those velvety ones that rich people have. But I go to the dollar store and I get these plasticky ones. And it's probably a trip I make every year where I'm like, well, I need more pants hangers. And then I go and do so. Alright. Okay, we got another blank hanger here next to the Fin Fun that's purple. I think that was originally for the Asteria. Nope, we've got a purple Suntails. Oh, and my purple Galaxy Tail too. So we'll put that one on there. This one I also closed the fluke with some of these little Velcro dots. Pretty neat. Alright, and pinch. And pinch. And then, good job. By the way, if anyone wants to see any particular tails modeled, monofin compatibility tested, kind of like special setup demonstration requests, just let me know. You can leave me a super chat so that I see it and toss a couple bucks my way, because I am a not unemployed, but I'm a full-time student right now, and YouTube and teaching swimming lessons are some of my only sources of income. So, just thought I'd mention that if anyone's feeling generous today. Okay, now, past the kind of bluey purple zone, now we're getting into the bluey pink zone. Oop, this one is falling off. It's good. This one's actually probably my best hanger. This is the one I'd recommend most, although it does fall off, so I don't know, but I mean, this is honestly not a great hanger altogether, but this one's got just like plain, no like little pointy bits. It's a rubbery texture, and it's pretty good. So I'm just gonna adjust my light here. What is your favorite monofin? Ooh, I love the Mahina. The Mahina and the fish fin are really good. Runner-ups, Finnish Shooter, and Linden. All of them are good for different reasons. Like, it kind of depends on what you're doing. You know, like, you don't have one pair of pants, right? You have multiple pairs of pants. And you might have a favorite pair of yoga pants, and you might have a favorite pair of, like, dressy pants, and you might have a favorite pair of pajama pants, right? It all depends on the situation. But those are probably my top 4 favorite monofins, and the ones that I probably use 90% of the time is I use those four monofins. Let's see. Yes? Let's just go through my tails real quick. If I use one of those 4 monofins, I'm going to say yes. Yes, yes. Oops, this one I need to fix. Yes, 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 yes. This one I also need to fix. Yes, yes, no, yes, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, but I hate, actually, man, this one doesn't even count. Yes, 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 sometimes, yes, doesn't count. Yes, 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 yes. Like, that was almost my whole collection. I can use my top 4 favorite monofins inside of. Again, some of those, like the Fin Fun style ones, I use the Linden in anyways. You're not technically supposed to do it. It does technically stretch out the tails, but I don't care. I like the Linden. It goes zoom. It's universal and doesn't freaking stretch out the same way the Fin Fun monofin does, rendering half of it useless. Oh my gosh. Okay, that is... I rescind what I said about this one being good. I think I'll save this for a lighter tail. I'm going to use a slightly more heavy-duty one to hold up Sea Star. This is my custom shop Vancouver mermaid tail. Love it so much! Doo-doo-doo-doo! Okay, here we go. And yes. Oh. You get zipped up, thank you. Gross. No gaping wounds in my tails. Shovel, shovel. Okay, got space for a blue one here. Do I have any blue tails? No! Well, hot diggity dog. That means we get to... Oh, wait, no. Let's just move this one over 1. And then, yeah, I'll just move some over. Which is frustrating, but fine. Ah! Ouch. Owie. Okay. Who messed up this order? Normally I'm trying to keep the 2 suntails together. Whatever, it's fine. You know what? Okay, I think I'm gonna put kind of this multicolored green tail. This one is a Suntails aerial style tail. I'm gonna put all of my aerial tails together because I have like 4 of them. I have 4 aerial style tails and they're all different. So this one is obviously 2023 aerial. So she's gonna go here. And then this one isn't really aerial, it's just kind of vaguely aerial. And then this one is classic aerial and a very shiny, beautiful one. I brought this to a meetup just in case anyone didn't have a tail because this one is kind of like my anything goes tail. This is my tail that I bring if I don't know the person's size and I don't know what monofin they need because it's very stretchy. And it's got a very generously ambiguous fluke. Like, you can basically just kind of toss anything underneath this little fluke skirt and it's open, so it doesn't look the best, but it works in a pinch, again, if I don't know what sizes people are, which is great. So maybe this one I'll do the slightly less heavy-duty hanger. Okay, and you go here, and you go here, and there, and then I've got one more aerial tail. Ow, ow, whatever. Okay, this one. This is my Moonsong Magic live action aerial tail. This one is my own, no, one of my only aerial tails with fins. This one by Siren's Cove has a waist fin. This one has a printed waist fin, which is interesting and different. And a printed blended waist, which is interesting and different. And not all that flattering on me, if I'm going to be completely honest. Oh, right, fluke. Okay. Yeah, that's another reason why I hang them by their flukes, because the flukes are typically thinner than the, like, elastic waistbands, and so it's easier for me to stick them inside the tail skins. And I think this one looks wonderfully next to this Magic Tail one. And then we've got, this is my husband's tail. This is Momoa. This is a Mertailor Sea Gem Guppy. Dang flabbit. Just broke that hanger. But not to worry, that can be repaired. I'm trying to think, do I have any more tails hanging up in the bathroom? I think the only tail that needs to be put away after this will be the Siren tail. And that is a problem for later. Okay, so this one I like putting next to the other Mertailor Guppy tail I have. Now, slight confusion. Oh, right, yes. So I put this one here, and then I've got this one, which is kind of no color. It's like camo colored. Kind of ugly, to be honest, but I like it. What am I stepping on? This one is kind of like green and yellow, and I put it next to the green and the yellow ones. Ta-da! Kind of a nice transition tail. I would more call the overall color of this brown, but I like it here. Okay, there's only like 3 or 4 more to go. Yay. I'm gonna take a little break and catch up on some of the chats. My ex broke both my Monofins. Oh no, just exploded. That's so sad. Need recommendations for new ones. Well, I said my top 4. Linden, Mahina, Fishfin, and Finnish Shooter. For a good general driver, if I don't know what people's skill levels or needs are, I'd just say the Linden. Have you tried the new Lunar Eclipse? Yes, I have actually. Courtney brought it to a swim we were doing one time, and I swam in it, and it is interesting. It's different, still not my favorite. It's slightly stiffer than the old Luna, but again, like, not really my favorite. I think it's fine because it's more durable, so overall I think it was a good change, but I did really like the natural fluke of their other one. The natural fluke that doesn't weigh 15 to 20 pounds. Mertailor. Like, I'm sorry, but people get so snobby about the Mertailor monofins. They're like, oh my gosh, like, you just can't beat the natural flop of the Mertailor monofins. Like, how fleshy it is. It's just, it's so fishy. It's so perfectly mermaid. It just flops so naturally, and I love that. Like, does it? I mean, it does. But, okay. This is me being petty. Let's be petty for a minute here. Also because I do need to put this one away too, so bringing this, oh god. I have a Mertailor fin. I bought it with all of my money, okay? I am entitled to have this opinion. This is so heavy. This, okay. Oh, this is one hand with this. And this is one hand with this. Oops. Ooh. It's a lot. If you're doing a gig, particularly on land, most of what you're doing... Huh, why did I get random Streamlab notifications? Anyways, most of what you're doing a gig on land. Hope you guys can see this. So you're doing this. You're flopping your fin a little bit. Be waving hi to people, letting people touch it, flop, 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 flop. It's a bit of strain on your ankles. You could go to the side, you could go to the side, and flop, flop, flop. Hey, look at that. Isn't that so nice? So nice. Fishy. You can articulate it. You're like a puppeteer. Like, I can kind of wiggle with one foot and get one foot to, or one area of the fin tip to move. I can wiggle with the other foot and get the other area of the fin tip to move. I can, if I whip it hard enough, I can make it clap. Ah, nice. Okay. So that is the Luna fin. My god, so realistic. So nice. I can flop it around. Alright. This beefy boy is the Mertailor Fantasy 4. I love how dolphin-like it is. But people are like, it's so realistic. Maybe for a fish. For a dolphin? For a mammal? How is this realistic? Like, if I saw a dolphin in the wild, fluke, flipper, do this, I'd be like, there's something deeply wrong with that dolphin. It is, I will give it this. It's very much like a wild animal. It's got a mind of its own. But like, you're trying to flop it, and there's so much weight behind it. This is like already causing me pain on like, my ankles, that's the word. But yeah, it's like, ooh, I can't lift it up, really, to flop it. I can't leave it standing up. I can flap it a little bit, but it's a lot more painful, and it kind of just, it's giving Jabba. It's giving Jabba. And, like, yeah, it's got like this Hey Google, all lights on. Why is it? I'm here still. Like, it just, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. It's very, very painful for me to do that. And then, gosh. This is the side flopping thing. It's curling. When it's doing this curling thing, I'm afraid it's gonna actually break. And I can't have it stick straight up. Like, it doesn't stand up on its own. Again, does this. And my biggest pet peeve, again, this is me being petty. In no way am I saying these are bad products, but this is me being petty. My biggest pet peeve is when people take mermaid pictures, they're trying to do an H2O, and their fluke is like dangling over their head. Like, there's no real structure that makes this stand up on its own in a way that nicely shows off the beautiful shape. Like, it just doesn't do it. Yeah, it feels very wobbly and meaty because it's flopping around on its own volition. Have you ever tried the Fantasy Fin 2? My god, it's like an octopus trying to wrangle an octopus. Ooh, ow. Ow. God, that hurts. And imagine, like, you're doing a gig and you go wham. Like, that wallops a punch. Or really wallops a punch, to be fair. Everyone, no matter what tail they have, should be careful. But still. And I meant to demonstrate that with the Luna. I'm going to do that now. Again, imagine you are trying to take photos in your tail, showing off the beautiful shape, showing off the beautiful detailing of the fluke. You want to get a nice classic H2O shot because it's one of the only ways that a mermaid can pose in a way that shows off both their face and most of their tail. Ta-da! Look, I can do some nice natural flops with this, but it turns into its upright shape, and it is not causing me pain. My god. Again, this is me being petty. When people are like, oh my gosh, the mermaid are just like the most realistic. Like, really? Would a real mermaid have to lug herself so much because she can't control her monofin or her fluke on land? I don't know. Again, this is just me being very petty. And I keep getting this, like, Streamlab thing. Am I hacked? Chat, am I hooked? Am I cooked? I keep getting this, like, notification, and it's not going away. It keeps saying error. Hello? Chat? I don't know what's going on. Edit. Cancel. I love the linden. It always looks so nice in finfolk tails. Yes! Yeah. That's another thing I don't like about the finfolk tails is that they flop over, but at least with the linden, you can actually give it some support and structure! My god! You can control it! Gah! Again, no hate to anyone that enjoys the Mertailor tails for whatever reasons, but I've just found, like, that main argument of, like, oh, it's more realistic is just, for me, it's a little unfounded, especially for the Fantasy Fin 4, because the Fantasy Fin 4 is so floppy and wobbly that I'm like, what's the point of this being, like, a dolphin? I don't appreciate it. I don't like. Alright. Let's put up this H2O tail. My beauty, my baby. It's gonna go next to the other H2O tail. Pinch and pinch. And in you go. There we go. Alright, now I've got a pink tail that needs to be given a home. So it's gonna be, this hanger will be your new home. Where we? And this section, next to the other pink tails, will be your home. I don't actually have a lot of pink tails. This one is semi-retired. This one's still in good shape, though. But I realized I need to re-stick the fluke back up. I've kind of folded this one in half because my kitty kept playing with it. And I'm like, no, Nancy. Not for you. And she's like, yes, for cats. No, not for cats. All right, last one, guys. Woo! We're getting close to the end. And then I've just got a few extra random little bits and bobs that we need to put away. And then we'll be done! Yay! All right, this is a Virtuoso printed tail, which is pretty cool. I'm gonna unstunk the fluke. There it is. And zip it up, because I don't like these big gaping holes, mostly because it takes up more room on the wall if the zippers aren't done. There. And I always try and hang them dorsal fin side out because I am a sucker for a good dorsal and I want that booty on display. That came out wrong. You know what I mean. Alright. And there. Beautiful pastel rainbow. I'll put it next to my two other rainbow tails. Beautiful! And then I'm going to attempt to squidge some of this down so it doesn't get closed in my door, which happens often. Alright. Okay. And then I've got the vinyl for this Virtuoso tail, which I hate. It's too thin and bad. Sorry, Virtuoso. I was like, I'm going to give it a fair shot, and I'm going to use it for this dry event I'm doing. And I hated it. It was a dry event, but it was more like a wet event, because I was out in the rain, and it got quite wet. And I wore my waterproof sneakers thinking that they would work, but then I left the waterproof sneakers unprotected out in the rain. So, yeah, they died. Who's your favorite character in H2O? I don't know. No, I do. Lewis, sorry. Someone said that's me, bro. I don't know who I am. Sorry, this, like, notification will just not go away. And I don't know what I'm doing. Why won't it go away? Cleo! No, my favorite is not Cleo. Honestly, I find Cleo... Ah! Hello? What happened? There we go. I find Cleo kind of annoying and stupid. Her boyfriend Lewis, however, smart and only slightly annoying. And I love him. Get yourself a Lewis, Merms. Lewises are the best kind of men. I'm very lucky that I have a Lewis. He's maybe not as scientific as Lewis. Oh, I just killed my music. Oops. He's maybe not as scientific as Lewis from H2O, but he is smart and he is nerdy and he is loyal and sweet. And I love him. Okay, see, whatever I did, I seem to, get rid of that weird notification. I was wondering, what's your opinion on the Elite Mermaid Tails from FinFun? Do they work well with the Linden Monofin? I think, I've only seen them in person, I think, once or twice. I think they're pretty good. They're around the same quality as, like, a Finful, I'd say. The Elite Monofin is not one that I would use in a fabric or in a vinyl tail. And other mermaids who have purchased the Elite tail and the Elite Monofin have said the same, or the Oasis Monofin. They've said the same. So if I were to buy a FinFun Elite tail, I would 100% use my Linden. Most of my friends that have Elite tails, they use their Lindens in them, and they're like, it's much better, it's fine, it's perfect. Because the Linden is perfect for vinyl tails. Like, well, maybe not perfect, but it is very good for vinyl tails, especially if you're wanting to maintain a lot of the fluke kind of, I don't know, integrity in terms of just controlling it for photo shoots and stuff. Linden is the way to go. Again, the Linden is just such a good catch-all monofin. It's hard for me not to recommend it to anyone. Like, if you don't have yourself a Linden in your collection, odds are one of your mermaid tails will work pretty well with the Linden, whether you've got professional tails or entry-level tails. Well, maybe not a silicone tail. I've seen people try to do silicone tails with the Linden, but it's got too much kind of strappiness going on with all these random bits and bobs that I need to put away in my parts section, that I would say it's not really worth dealing with in a silicone tail. You're better off using like a finished shooter or something in your tail. Don't use a Finis Wave. That's a mistake I made. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't use a Finis Wave. Finis Foil, fine, but I don't know. I love my shooter. I'm trying to start up my own business for Mermaid, but I'm struggling. They're a little bit outdated now, but Raina Mermaid has some excellent resources. She has like dozens upon dozens of YouTube videos that talk about mermaid business and all that jazz. So I'm just putting some vinyl away. And then she also has several books. I think it's called Fishy Business, The Art of Being a Mermaid or something like that. I highly recommend you take a look at those. Those are great resources. Mermaid Echo, I think, also sometimes runs these like mentorship things, so I'd recommend you check them out for that. But yeah, good luck. If you're looking for more skills and maybe just networking, I'd recommend going to mermaid conventions. Those are a great place to get started with just like, again, like anything you might need. If you're like, I need some good photos for my website, go to a mermaid convention, book a photo shoot. They're a bit pricey, but it's great for your branding. My my logo that, or my icon that you see in this stream, like, or on my channel, that profile picture, there we go, that was taken at a mermaid convention. I paid good money for it, and it was great. And it, yeah, it just looks so professional. If you're looking for gear to buy, or maybe to try, or just kind of see what other people use, go to a mermaid convention. You will pretty much see anything you need, or anything you're interested in. You can chat with different silicone tail owners and see what they like and don't like. A lot of times, mermaid conventions will have performance classes or tutorials on how to repair your tails. That's a good thing to do. If you are going to be doing performance, your gear is gonna get busted. It's just the way it is. So maybe having a couple of those tools under your belt. Bartending classes. Not every convention has them, but some do. How to maybe bring your partner or whoever you plan on being your bartender and have them go to this class so they know how to safely care for you. Oh, certifications. So many of these mermaid conventions have certifications, not only for Panty Mermaid and Panty Advanced Mermaid, but other freediving classes, a CPR, first aid. So you could go to a convention and be able to come out with networking, with skills that you didn't have before, with content you didn't have before, and a whole lot of fun. So if you're nervous about, or if you're, and certifications, I'm gonna say that. So if you're like, a mermaid convention? Yeah, they're actually a fairly worthwhile business investment for becoming a mermaid. You can learn stuff about social media for mermaids, learn things about, again, like design, repair, performance, branding, Mersona creation, singing, bubble art. The list goes on, and like, take a look at what conventions. There's kind of one's on the east and one's on the west. I tried to go to California Mermaid Convention. Unfortunately, I won't, because it is right before my final exams, and I have a gig that weekend. So, also, America's on fire, so I will not be attending this year, and possibly not next year, if my schedule stays the same for school. I don't know. Cry. I miss it so much. There's a convention out east I am considering attending this year, but I don't know if I'll be able to make it happen. Hey, my goggles! Perfect. Yeah, they're hard where I'm at right now. Funding is just where I'm struggling. Yeah, I totally get that. How much did I do California Mermaid Convention for 1 year? Let me try and tally it up. I went by myself in 2022, and I think my travel costs, I did a flight early in the morning on, I think, the Wednesday or the Thursday, I think. Yeah, I did a Thursday morning, it was a Thursday evening flight. I did like an evening flight on the Thursday. And then I got there Friday, and I stayed at a Motel 6 with 2 other mermaids, so it was super cheap. I think I ended up paying $70 for 3 nights at a hotel. It was not a good hotel, but 4 walls and a bed. That's what we kept telling each other. I was like, all right, Eularia, 4 walls and a bed. She was like, 4 walls and a bed. And so we split a lot of the costs on the transport and the parking. So like someone paid for gas and I paid for parking, blah, blah, blah. And then we had, so our hotel was pretty cheap. I managed to snag pretty cheap flight tickets, and I did a portion of it by driving, because I drove down to Seattle, then flew from Seattle. So I think my travel costs were maybe about $500 round trip. For food, I went to a grocery store across the way. I stocked up on, like, protein bars. I have a protein bar. I just remembered I have a protein bar in my cupboard. Might eat that after. But I stocked up on protein stuff. Stocked up on, like, hummus and carrots and bananas. And I basically just ate that all weekend. And, like, some trail mix. Because it's convention. You don't really have time to eat anyways. So that, I think, my food costs were, like, kind of low. Like, I didn't eat out as much as I could. And then I didn't spend that much at the vendor hall. I think I maybe bought a t-shirt and some sunglasses and, like, maybe 40, 50 bucks. Yeah, the convention, I got an early bird ticket, so I think my price was... Actually, no, I got a late bird ticket. But if you get an early bird ticket, then your weekend pass typically is around 100, 150. You don't have to go to the bubble balls or, like, the galas in the evenings. You don't have to go to those. A lot of times people just hang out, like, around the venue or around the hotel, and that's pretty fun. So yeah, I didn't pay for that. Yeah, like... I think in total I was able to do the trip for about $1,000 if I kind of tally everything up. I think I kept it under $1,000 for that trip. So that was like 3 days of mermaid convention. But that was by myself. That was sharing a crappy hotel. That was not eating out much. But I did splurge on a few extras like the gala ticket and like the big party ticket and some souvenirs. But yeah, honestly, it wasn't too bad. I would like to do it again. But yeah, then you're like, $1,000, that's a lot of money. Yes. To be fair, it was 1,000 Canadian dollars, which is worth a lot less than American money. But we don't have time to get into all that. I'm trying to think. Another time I did a convention, I got dropped off there because my tour group was traveling literally through the state. So I got dropped off at the convention. I T-posed until I got a ride back to the hotel. I stayed in the bed with the convention founder. That was fun. It was the first time I'd ever met her in person, and we shared a bed. It was great. And then I just kind of T-posed, let people drive me places. I was like, hello, can I please get a ride to the pool? And then, yeah, like, I survived mostly on just smoothies and hummus, and then I T-posed back to the hotel, and then I asked around. I was like, say, anyone driving back to Pennsylvania? And someone was, and I went, great, have some money. Please drop me off in my place where I'm living. And she said, sure. And I said, great. I got to know her very well on that, like, 5-hour car ride. It was very pleasant. But yeah, I think that was probably the cheapest I've ever done at a convention. To be fair, I was also invited as a guest, so I didn't have to pay for my ticket, which was very nice. But, yeah. There are ways. There are ways, basically, if you split your accommodation and if you split your travel costs, like Ubers or, like, road trips. Road tripping is typically a little bit cheaper than driving, I've found, when I've done it. But on the other hand, with road tripping, if you're driving more than a day, you have to pay for a hotel over the night. So, I took a train last year. I took the Amtrak, and it was actually great. It was much better than flying in terms of tails, because I could see where my tail was at all times. Well, I could at least see where, I could find it at all times. I was the one hauling it on and off, and they don't give a crap about weight. So that was a good thing, and a bad thing, because between the 4 of us, we had 7 bags, and some of them weighed close to 70 pounds. But it was fine. So yeah, we took the train, and then we took public transit from the train station to our hotel area, which was kind of cool. And I think the train cost, I'm trying to remember what it was. I think it was like $300 or $400 round trip from Seattle to Sacramento. So that was kind of neat. I just go and ask places to see if they would host me, and if they do, I don't charge them, but I charge for photos. It works pretty well. For what? Oh, I see. In terms of, like, making content. That's pretty cool. Do you know of any conventions near Thunder Bay, Ontario, I assume you're talking about? Closest one would probably be MerMagicCon. But if you are part of the Sirens of Southern Ontario pod, I'd say keep an eye out. I think there are some whisperings of a hosted Canadian convention, which would be so cool. Love to be a part of that. Yeah, it probably makes the most sense for it to be in, like, Toronto or something, so I would for sure be down for that. I would love it if they supported Canadian people for a Canadian convention. That would be very cool. We could, like, rally together the whole Canadian industry, because a lot of us don't want to travel to the States right now. Which stinks. We love our American friends. We love that there's stuff in America that's mermaid friendly. But it's fine. It is fine. Alright, let's try and find a spot for my fantasy fin floor. Ugh. Kapooey. Ugh. That's another thing I don't like about the fantasy fin floor. It takes up so much freaking room because I have to store it flat. Alright. Oh yeah. Okay, in you go. Alright, baby. Yeah. And down. Oh! I found my tweezers! Huzzah! I've been looking for these. Yay, good. Alright. Well, I think that pretty much does it for the Mermaid Doom pile. Yay! I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I had a lot of fun hanging out with all of you, talking mermaid stuff, all that jazz. Do I have any call to actions? Things to support. Shop Vancouver Mermaid, if you don't mind. Products made in Canada and the USA. Use code NERDMAID for 10% off. If you like my content and want to support, you can hit all the buttons. I love you all so much, and I'll see you later.